Oh boy, it is Monday. It's the beginning of the work week, and we've got a lot to talk about today. We are talking about Transformers 1, Nerdy Samo, Paramount Plus being garbage with all streaming services, and a grill. You don't want to go anywhere, especially when it comes to the grill. I need your help with something. Let's talk about it. We'll be right back.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Happy Monday. That's right. The weekend, sadly, it's done. And here we are at the beginning of the work week on a Monday, and we've got so much to talk about. I need you guys' help with something, and we're going to get to that. It's just been a crazy weekend. Crazy. Nerdy wife came down with strep throat? What? I know. Now it's just a waiting game to see if any of us get it, except for her, because she's already got it, right? And we're going to talk about streaming services being utter garbage. Nerdy Samo and us, we're just going to get right into it. We're going to talk about Transformers 1 first. That's what we're going to talk about. So, real quick, I'll show it to you. Transformers 1, 2024 PG hour and 44 minutes. This is the untold origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Sworn enemies, but they weren't always. They were best friends to begin with in this world. Directed by Josh Cooley, written by Eric Pearson, Andrew Barrer, and Gabriel Ferrari. What a weird name. Cool. Starring Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree Henry, Scarlett Johansson, and many, many more. Now, as you can see right there, it is streaming right now for your enjoyment on MGM Plus. Something that is awful, but we'll talk about it. This is not going to be a review of this movie. It's going to be a short one because this is not what we're going to talk about today. So, on Sundays, we have a nice dinner as a family and we do something fun. Sometimes we play cards. Sometimes we draw. Sometimes we do all sorts of stuff. Sometimes we watch a movie. And this week, Nerdy Samo wanted to watch Transformers 1. Now, I'd never seen it. Nerdy Wap had never seen it. Nerdy Daxton had never seen it. And Nerdy Samo was like, that looks like a lot of fun. So we started watching it on Paramount Plus. Keep in mind, this is something we pay for. Paramount Plus, we pay for this streaming service. And 11 minutes into it, it errors and says this video can't be played. So we restarted everything, started it again, right back where it stopped. And it errors again, and again, and again. I update everything, make sure everything's updated, restart everything. Same thing. Now, I went on Prime and looked it up and realized that you can buy it for way too much because it's a digital copy, and so they can take it away at any point. You know how I feel about this. We've talked about it. But MGM Plus had it, and I could get a 7-day free trial. So I got a 7-day free trial, and it played perfectly fine. So we watched the movie, and we rather enjoyed it. Like, is it perfect? No, but it was a fun movie. And if you like Transformers, it's a fun time. It's a little graphic near the end with some violence, but it's a solid movie with very little in the way of messaging. Nerdy Samo liked it a whole lot. Luckily, we were able to watch it past the 11-minute mark. But then we started looking at everything MGM Plus has to offer on streaming, and it's very little. Next to nothing. Maybe 40 movies, 50 movies tops. And it's $7 a month, y'all. Which got me to thinking. This weekend on Saturday, we watched the WWE pay-per-view on Peacock, and it had quite a bit of problems. With the everything getting in slow motion and the audio being messed up, which wasn't our fault. It's not our setup. It was Peacock. So, and on some stuff on Prime that's supposed to be 4K looks like utter garbage. This is nothing new. All of these services charge an arm and a leg now. It's worse than when we had cable. You got to pay for all of them if you go on all the options, and they don't put the money in to it to make it good. Especially not great. Sometimes just plain mediocre, but we're paying out the nose. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Tell me down below what you think about your experiences with streaming services. Is it really worth it to you for your stuff to be subpar at best and sometimes not work at all for something you're paying for? In a lot of cases, paying out the nose. Perfect example with streaming, not movies, but Amazon Music, which we've paid for quite a long time. I use it in the car instead of the radio. Nerdy wife uses it in her car. We use it in the house to listen to music. And now they've upped the price, or it's about to up to $20. With tax, that's 22 something. And half the time, you'll be listening to a song randomly, and 10 seconds in, it just shuts that song off and goes to the next song. Maybe it'll play, maybe it won't. If you go back to the song that stopped playing, you get the same result. Over and over again. You re-download the song to your device, mind you, and it still cuts off. What are we paying for? Why are we paying so much for mediocre products? So we've canceled it. We're done with that. Instead, it made more sense to get YouTube Premium as a family, which comes with YouTube Music. And it works way better. And it's included with the premium YouTube. All right. So I just would like to hear your thoughts. It was really aggravating. It's become more frustrating to the point we're trying to decide which ones to cut loose. All right. You can't watch everything on every streaming service. It's not possible. There's not enough time in the day. So what's the best option? At this point, they're all running ads like crazy, making it difficult to watch anything with a subpar product. So my question, what's your favorites? Have you quit using streaming completely? I prefer physical media. When I put that movie in to the player, it plays as long as I've taken care of it. It doesn't ever error. The 4K is 4K. The 97K is 90, whatever it is, that's what you get. And you can play it over and over again to your heart's content. So what are we doing? When are we going to take a stand and make them give us a product worth the price they're asking? So that's my rant. Now, the helping part. We're talking about the grill now. That's right, my friends. For 20 years, I've not had teeth in this glorious mouth hole of mine. And for over 20 years, I have learned how to hold my mouth a certain way with no teeth, how to talk, how to eat, etc. Well, I got teeth. Now I'm a poor schmo. And this was still expensive, but I just got regular old dentures. I couldn't afford the kind that they drill into your jaw and whatnot to make it permanent. That would have been nice, but no go, right? That's really expensive. So my question to you is, this is a very difficult process. It's hard to talk with them in. It's hard to eat. It's actually mostly impossible to eat when you're first starting out learning how to use them. It's just a process. And I'm curious, is that something you would like to see on video? Would you like to see the progression as I learn to use new teeth after 20 plus years of not having any? If so, tell me in the comments down below. I really am curious. I'm happy to come on here and make a fool of myself trying to talk to you and sounding like I've got marbles in my mouth if you want to see it. But if you're not going to watch it, I'm not going to bother. Let me know. All right. Hey, I'm going to get out of here. Dinner's about to be done, and I'm hungry. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great week. There's a lot going on in this world. Stay safe. You're not alone. At the end of this and every video we do are the numbers if you need to reach out and talk to someone. Don't suffer silently. We will be back on Wednesday. For Michael the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this fat, toothless nerd. We'll see you then.